So where are we going today?
We're going to go up the coast on 3 most famous surf spots in the world.
The North Shore of Oahu, home to the Bonsai Pipeline. Big wave riding legend Derek Dorner is here to break it down for me.
Why is a pipeline dangerous? What makes it dangerous?
You know, the wave there is so shallow, and you've got these swells that come from thousands of miles, and it hits the shelf, and it just jacks up, and it just pitches. You can gain a lot of knowledge, or you can run for your life.
Somebody said to me that big wave surfing is more about learning to fall off your board.
Everything is okay until it isn't, and you need to master how to relax under stressful situations.
What would a typical stressful situation be?
Like a gravel truck unloading on top of you. It does get very blurry, you start getting tingly, you're deprived from air.
A wise man once said, it's not tragic to die doing what you love. And I ain't talking Confucius, man. Better, much better. I'm quoting Swayze. Okay, enough of the Oracle of Cheese. I'm on the famed North Shore of Oahu, a magnet for those seeking the endless summer, the young, the brave, the insane, who've come to take their place among the ranks of the legendary watermen, or get mangled to chum trying.
Everyone in the world comes to the North Shore.
Now, I may be crazy, but I ain't stupid. And I know enough not to step into this liquid solo. Thankfully, I've got Derek, famed surf lifeguard, film stuntman, and big wave riding master, guiding me through my maiden North Shore voyage.
One of the things that we do is we operate out of the comfort zone. We have to be prepared for the ride after the ride.
I know I'm in good hands, but I can't help but be a little apprehensive. You know, a 30-foot wall of water unloading on you is not just something you walk away from.
Then I hear, "Help! Help!" And I look and there's a guy drowning.
And Derek regaling us all with near-death experience stories isn't helping matters any.
The guy could have died.
And so, like the skipper and a late model Gilligan, we're off.
We're gonna go over here to the takeoff spot of Waimea Bay.
Now this is the spot right here, Waimea Bay. This is where I rode my claim to fame. I rode a 30-foot wave in 1988.
Unfortunately, that ain't happening today. It is kind of pathetic, really, to show up at the premier surf spot in the whole freaking world, home to the legendary Bonsai Pipeline, Sunset and Waimea, on a day when there's absolutely no surf.
Welcome to the inside bowl, bro.
So what? So there aren't any giants to ride. It wouldn't have mattered. I ain't getting on a board here for love or money, or a 12 share of the ratings. I couldn't surf in a koi pond. Besides, terrassing around the North Shore on a jet ski definitely does not suck. What was that? Damn dolphins. It's late afternoon, and there's a storm coming in. What had been a punch bowl is kicked up into some larger, choppier, and more unruly stuff.
Conditions are rainy, stormy, windy, and there's only 2 guys on the beach. To go out there and try to catch a wave would be really, really hard. It's not worth it.
For locals like Derek, surf like this is better to watch from a distance, preferably with some good food and good friends close by. So we're digging into some fresh poke and sashimi and some grilled ahi, also known as big eye tuna, over at Peter Cole's house. Peter is a true legend of surf and a revered fixture on the North Shore, where he's lived and surfed since the 50s. He won the Makaha International in 1958, and still, at the age of 78, has no plans to give up on his love of big wave surfing. He's an active environmentalist, avid swimmer, and soul surfer, a true waterman.
So what's it like looking at this every day? Do you feel an overwhelming compulsion to like run in and surf when you see a nice set out there?
Well, yeah, you do. That's when I really get antsy and when I really want to be out there.
So is it too late for me? I mean, because I kind of, you know, I'm sensitive to the ridicule factor, having never surfed before.
Oh, no. You got to get over that. You can't care what people think. I mean, I wouldn't be out there if I cared about what people think. When you're beginning to surf, you're what we call a kook. You're kind of just floundering around everything else. And then as you get older, you start reaching that point where you're a kook again. Right now, when I'm out there, I feel like a kook. I know that
like your reputation precedes you.
When is this old guy going to quit surfing? If I started thinking about that, I wouldn't be out there, you know. It's a lot of fun.
That's my
It gets into your system and blood. And
What is a soul surfer?
Well, I'm the young guy here, so you're going to have to answer that, Peter. What
well,
is
a soul surfer, I don't know. Maybe a person that's surfing for the surf itself and not for the crowd, not for the media, not for the hype. To know the ocean, to be able to swim, to dive. That element is a factor that I think is important. I just love Sunset Beach. I've always loved the place. I just wouldn't know what to do without it. I've surfed a lot of places, and I always want to come back to Sunset.
And this is just a dream.
Fly fishing is a multi-million-dollar industry, specifically designed to encourage not so much recreation as hardcore addiction.
How crazy can you get with this?
You can be totally caught up in it. Neglecting your dogs, your children. You can be so obsessive you ruin a marriage.
Wow. So on the spectrum of fish craziness, 10 being just bat crazy, 1 being a healthy enthusiasm. How about Jim on a 1 to 10?
A 6 or a 7.
And Russell?
At one time, he was a 10.
Okay, that's kind of what I was looking
Yes.
for.
Rods, reels, waders, headgear? No way. There's a lot of accessorizing to do here, and I haven't even gotten to the little things they put on the end of the line yet. The fuzzy whatchamacallits, the flies.
That's a whole other mania.
Right.
So much to learn.
I don't want to ruin my marriage, and I don't want to become a fly tire anytime soon. I just want to catch a fish. Luckily, Dan is an expert at this. He takes me to a lake outside of town where he's reasonably certain even my dumb ass can entice some trout onto a hook. I have, however, had Todd ready the stunt fish.
This is art. This is not a tool like a hammer.
Right.
A delicate
A
instrument.
certain gracefulness is required.
Yes.
This does not bode well for me. What's the likelihood of me, like, you know, catching a hook in my ear or other extremity?
There's a good chance of that.
Okay.
You push down on it and yank it, it comes out the same hole.
Oh.
Yeah, it doesn't hurt near as bad.
Yeah, good. Got room in here for all my friends and still make room for Orson Welles.
Yeah, the nice thing about these is you can fart in them and smell it for a long time.
That's getting a little too close to nature.
Maybe I'll just have a few practice casts, see how things go offshore here.
If you think about a clock, think about 11
Right.
and 1. Okay, now. Oh. You're doing great. Timing, slower. Beautiful. Let's go ahead and jump in the boat and catch a fish.
Sounds like a plan.
Okay?
Dan's hunting dog Jacques, who accompanies us everywhere, is unimpressed with my progress.
Come on, let's go.
But I'm feeling pretty good. I haven't hooked myself in the ear, and I've yet to find the progress of my cast impeded by the impromptu piercing of a scrotum, so it's win-win as far as I'm concerned.
Okay, we're gonna start fishing now. There's a cruiser right there, go for it. Good, excellent. Oh, there's one right there, he's coming right at us. Excellent. Strip in a little line. Faster. Good. Oh, there he is. Set the hook. Oh, he's off. Whew, that was a high-speed rejection.
It's a feeling I know well, my friend. It helps when I don't think about it.
Yeah, all your senses come together for that feeling. Excellent cast. Oh, gone. Oh, no, he's still there. Strip, under the trigger finger. Oh, got a jump out of it.
Nice.
Beautiful fish. That's a rainbow trout. Okay, here we go. Licks.
Whoa,
Oh, he's gone and he's hot. Yep.
that was fun.
Yep.
I thought it would be at least another 4 hours of standing here before I managed to haul something in. Much like the Loch Ness Monster or Bigfoot or evidence of Sean Hannity's brain, I never thought I'd actually see this, but since this is a catch and release situation, there'll be no Slaughterfest today, folks. Morning in the Darian, the tiny jungle village of Condotto. But today ain't for lounging and drinking beer, unfortunately. Hernan and I are embarking on a trek into deep, unforgiving jungle. And he promises me that it's going to be worth my while.
There is a prayer that reads, "When you go to the Darian, commend yourself to the Virgin Mary, for in her hands is the way in, and in God's is the way out."
In 1854, an American expedition attempted to hack through this jungle looking for a potential canal route. They wound up lost and starving in short order and were ultimately forced to eat their dead in order to survive.
This is jungle, Tony, not the forest. You can tell because of all these plantain-like plants. A jungle is young forest, forest coming back.
Right.
Take about 120 years of jungle to become forest again.
What was advertised as a short walk is becoming a grueling couple of hours.
Check this out. Wow, here. This is the best water you can drink. It's totally pure, it's filtered by nature.
We hack our way mostly uphill through mud and thorns and all sorts of biting critters.
We got some leaf cutter ants here.
They get their work cut out for them here, though. Step up the pace, boys.
Did I mention the heat? It's devastating. No wind or breeze moves the air at all. Humidity, it's like trying to breathe through soup.
These thorns, this is one thing you should not grab, even in desperation.
Try to not catch that in the nuts coming down.
And finally, there it is.
Look, right here, look at that. That is one cool view.
Right here, literally in the middle of nowhere, two Embera villagers carve away at a single tree to create a piragua. The Embera are masters of both navigating and constructing these vessels.
How long they've been working on this?
4 days they've been working on it.
They do it in the deep woods near where they cut the thing down?
Because from here they can push it down to the nearest source of water.
Right.
A lot of work, a lot of work. That scene that you are looking at, it could have happened 500 years ago. Look at the old man covered in agua with his traditional loincloth and his haircut in the old-fashioned way, working with primitive tools on a dugout. Right here in the middle of Darian.
Back in the village, the last of the cold beers, and the villagers are cutting and cooking up pork for a party.
Look at that stew.
Yeah, that's looking good.
Test it. Good stuff.
That's good.
Roast pork, stewed pork, yuca, and plantains. I take a seat with some new friends while the elders make sure everyone gets fed. At the end of the road, a small house where the local fishing guides live. And by now, the rain is pouring down.
Nature is a cruel mistress, especially in fishing seas. She will not cooperate. I will not be foiled by the weather. There's a giant fish out there the size of a house, and I will not be denied.
I don't know why I'm optimistic. Fishing scenes on this show are legendarily doomed to failure.
I'm ready. Good to go. Enough of this lollygagging. We gotta get out there and get in the game. I feel very positive about this particular fishing scene. I know we have a long and checkered track record. This time, it's for real.
And we're off to meet our destiny. An important source of protein for the people who live here and have always lived here, Piruku is called a living fossil by scientists who should know. While other creatures have evolved over the years, the Piruku hasn't changed at all. Need I tell you that my back is a little uncomfortable by now? Nah, I didn't think so.
Are there any poisonous snakes out here, Kaito?
No. Normally, poison snake is in a dry. Water snake, not poison. I read that in a Boy Scout manual.
We pick our way upriver for about an hour, stopping frequently to clear the propellers, which become fouled with vegetation.
Oh, nice.
Then we stop. A net is strung across the water. One boat goes ahead to lay out a second net, effectively penning in whatever's lurking under there. I am certainly in no shape to be sitting out here for hours waiting to catch something. And even our metteur en scène, Tom, is concerned. Note the glassy 9-mile stare, the growing uncertainty that he's going straight back to MILFbusters 7 after this shoot.
Look at that.
Whatever that is, it looks big. Wrestling these giant, slimy, prehistoric fish is a tough fight, even for seasoned experts.
Wow.
Not one, but two enormous fish.
Crap, that's big.
Still small by Piruku standards, but the biggest damn things I ever saw hauled onto a boat on this show. The smaller one has been chewed up by the fight with the net. The larger one, no. So we let the big guy free.
Most successful fishing scene ever.
Fish safely in the boat, it's time to head back to the ranch and barbecue. Meet Shotzi the Wonder Pooch. Okay, that's not his real name, but he is a wonderful dog. Shotzi can do something that no human alive that I know about can do. He can sniff out the rare and highly prized white truffle of Istria. This elusive and delicious fungus hides sometimes beneath the forest floor and goes for about $55 an ounce.
So tell me about Croatian truffles.
So this forest is the biggest area of white truffles in the world.
Claudio is the proprietor of a local canoba or tavern. His mom, Georgia, and Wonder Mutt here are legends in the truffle-seeking world.
Now, who owns the forest?
The forest is owned by the state. Anyone can come here and try to find them. And everything what we know is that they are growing around oaks, but you don't know how, don't know why.
But Shotzi here is a truffle-seeking missile, a four-legged drone equipped with the latest in high-tech devices from our tech nerds. Doggy Cam. With this footage, we can actually watch him at work. Incredible, huh?
Unlike mushrooms, you can't really farm them.
But it's just impossible.
Investors have moved the earth from France, the trees, they've tried to reproduce the conditions in every way, and...
No way. Maybe it's better like this. If you find a way how to grow them, then probably they will not be so interesting anymore.
Is there a truffle-seeking application for the iPhone? That would be great.
The odds were stacked against us. Our stunt truffle was prepared, ready to go. But noble Shotzi didn't let us down.
Oh, she found it. She found a truffle.
We never get that lucky on this show, believe me. He found a real live white truffle on camera as we rolled.
Yeah, I mean,
Unbelievable.
we can eat it.
Never are we so lucky. Good dog. I'm buying him a pork chop.
From now on, I shall call you Emmy. Let's eat some truffles.